We are making one of the classic Turkish breakfast dishes, menemen, with Turkish breakfast. Basically, it has tomatoes and peppers with a lot of options like cheeses and of course eggs. With its rich taste and simple ingredients, not only in breakfast but perfect for any time of the day. Let's begin. Let's talk about the ingredients, the tomatoes, pepper types we use, and the optional ingredients. I want to show you first the different tomato types. This is the most common one we have. It has big stems usually and similar to beef tomatoes, and these are the regular plum tomatoes. It has more meat, so I'm gonna use one from this and one from the other one. On the other hand, we have this pink tomato. If you can find, you can also use this one, but it is so delicious and sweet. We usually keep it for breakfast time, just to eat as is. Talking about the peppers, second ingredients, the light green ones are sweet. The darker green can be hot either or sweet. And this is another one we call kıl biber. You can eat as is right away, so delicious. I like to use it on my menemen, but it is optional. Just use whatever you have on the market. If you cannot find, use bell pepper, and this time I'm gonna use optionally sweet capia pepper, just half of it. Using cheese is another option for menemen. What I normally use is this Turkish white cheese, beyaz peynir, like a feta. But this time I want to make it with kasar cheese, like a oozing mozzarella, I can say. It is how they make it usually in restaurants too. We have worldwide famous debate going on, does menemen should have onion in it or not? I'm on the side that I'm not using an onion because it kind of makes it heavier and on the main dish side when you are preparing for the breakfast. But if you are doing like a quick lunch or as a main dish, I would recommend to add onion if you like. Also, from time to time I like to add slices of garlic in it, which also makes it delicious. In some menemen recipes you can see adding sucuk or pastırma we call in Turkish, cured beef products. Of course it makes it even more rich and tastier, but it is optional, and in the classic recipe we don't use sucuk or pastırma. So today I'm gonna do a classical version and not going to use them. Making the menemen not gonna take that much time, so before that I begin to brew my tea. I am planning to make another special episode only for Turkish tea, but basically we use double pot boiler to brew our tea, adding about 3 full tablespoons of tea and brew it with hot water that is cooled for about 20-25 seconds, so it is lower than boiling temperature. I like to use bergamot flavor on my tea, so wanted to add 1 bag. Added more water to the bottom boiler and going to boil first and then simmer for about 20 minutes. Preparing my breakfast items. The olives are must have. I have 1 black and 1 green olive type today, along with cheeses. And for the jam, I wanted to serve homemade kumquat jam. I shared the recipe on the channel. I'm gonna add the link for you. And fig jam, it is also homemade, that I got as a gift from my relatives in Trabzon city in the Black Sea. We have beautiful figs there. When I traveled, I got some and also made the recipe. Make sure to watch it if you are interested. I'm gonna add the link. Along with the jams, I'm gonna serve honey with comb. Finally, I'm gonna slice some cucumbers and tomatoes to have some freshness on our breakfast. My table is set, my Turkish tea is brewed, I'm ready to make the menemen. I'm not gonna peel the tomatoes. If it is too thick, you can, it's up to you. And dicing, as you can see, not too small either, because we're gonna, after cook it, we'll mash. So it doesn't have to be very small. Here is my second plum tomato. It was a bit thick, the skin, so I peeled it. I checked the green peppers, it was too hot, so I'm gonna use only half of it. And we'll add 2 more from the light green peppers. As I said in the beginning, it is optional to use red pepper, but I like the sweetness, the taste, so I'm gonna add half of red pepper. Before we continue, I would like to remind that if you give thumbs up and write a comment and share the video, it's a way of saying to the YouTube algorithm you care about my videos and want to see more, and also to help for me to reach the other new viewers. So it would be very helpful. Thank you. Today I'm gonna use my special traditional copper pan for the menemen, but again you can use your stainless steel or cast iron pan. Use a medium size for this recipe for 3-4 person. I heated up some butter and olive oil, about 2 tablespoons of butter and 2-3 tablespoons of olive oil, and first going to saute my peppers. I closed the lid to help to soften my peppers with the steam, and then fry it for a couple of more minutes. It is soft now. Now I can add my tomatoes. Adding some salt with it, it will help to cook together to soften the tomatoes. And close the lid again. This time I used my künefe pan for it, since it fit perfectly. And after about 4-5 minutes, the tomatoes are softened. They just press either with the back of the spoon or use a potato masher to make a sauce kind of texture with your tomatoes. We still want to have the texture, so don't over mash it. In my previous menemen video I shared on the channel 5 years ago, which is the most popular one of the videos that is watched, I cracked the eggs right into the menemen, but over the years I realized that if you crack it in a small bowl, break the yolks and whites a little bit by whisking lightly, not too much, it creates a better texture when you drizzle over your menemen. I cracked 4 eggs but used, let's say, 3 of it because I didn't want to have more egg than the tomato sauce, so it's up to you. And just tear the kasar cheese slices using about 3 of them. Finally, once more close the lid to melt the cheese. Just enough time to slice your crusty and fluffy Turkish bread. You can use baguette or any similar types of bread, but this is really what we have, what we look for with delicious, saucy, hearty menemen. Still hot inside, even though it doesn't steam. Very delicious. The melting cheese also makes a difference. Tomato became a sauce with the peppers. So easy, so delicious. So my friends, I shared everything I know I can give you to make the perfect menemen Turkish egg dish. Give it a try, let me know how it turned out. I would love to hear your comments and what other classic dishes you want me to remake it maybe. It's been more than 5 years already since I began to share Turkish recipes on this global channel. So I would be happy to hear your recommendations. Thanks for watching and see you in the next episode. Afiyet olsun.